Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHUTV. My name is John, your host as always. The subject of today's video is the Fulham away game at 5:30 on Saturday afternoon. So let's jump straight into it and talk about the opposition. As we all know, they're bottom of the table, 9 points from 16 games. They've not been doing all that well. They've been playing a slightly better football under Ranieri, but there's still got a long way to go. Our last 10 games against them, all league appearances, obviously, and nothing's happened with them for in terms of Premier League since they got relegated in 2014. I can't believe it was 4 years ago that they got relegated. I mean, it would make sense. We were still at the Boning Ground, and it was under Allardyce as well. Now, if I remember correctly, we beat them 3-1 at home, and then we lost 2-1, I think, if I remember correctly, at Craven Cottage. So it made it 3-3 on aggregate. The only reason I remember it was a draw on aggregate because a mate of mine that I'm hoping going to be able to see on Saturday, who's a Fulham supporter, him and his mate very bravely came into Queens with me. That was quite good fun. But yeah, I always remember winding them up saying they didn't actually beat us properly before they got relegated because it was a draw on aggregate. So let's crack on straight. So the last 10 games we've played against them in the league. We've won 4, drawn 2 and lost 4. So not brilliant, but having said that though, we are a better team since Fulham were previous in the Premier League. We're playing better football. We've got better players. Obviously, Mitrovic is the former Newcastle striker. He's one of their highest top scorers. They don't have really that many high scorers to talk about, but Mitrovic is definitely one player we need to keep an eye out of. And also, of course, he's one booking away from a suspension as well. Not that it makes any difference to today's game, but he might be behaving himself. You never know. I doubt it, but you never know. He was a bit of a volatile player when he was up at Newcastle, and but he seems to have sorted himself out the last season or so, especially being with Fulham down in the Championship last season. Injury-wise with Fulham, there's not a lot that I can see. Any Fulham fans, please put your comments in the comment section below and let me know if you're watching. But as far as I can see, there is a bit of no actual confirmation that anyone's actually injured. There was a player, I can't remember, I think it was an old Man United player, I'm not 100% sure. He was a bit of a doubt. There was a bit of a change to their lineup for Man United. But, you know, as I say, there's no injuries that I can find. Turning to our players, obviously, we've got Arnautovic out until the beginning of the new year. Perez should apparently be fit for this game because I know he missed out on the Palace match after just before half time. Sorry, at half time I should say. Just before half time, he got what looked like an innocuous injury to his foot, but from seeing the pictures on his Instagram, whoever player it was, the blades went straight through his boot and cut his foot. If you want to look at the Crystal Palace review video, click on the link here. But apparently, as I say, Perez should be back for this game. As is Wilshere. Now, obviously, Wilshere was on the bench but didn't make appearance at all. You know, Carroll. You know, we could very well start with either Perez and Hernandez up front, but possibly Carroll up front. I don't think so. But so let's turn on to the team sheet in full. Fabianski is obviously still going to remain in goal. There is a possibility that Creswell could be back for this. I'm not 100% sure, but I would prefer to have Creswell in if he is fit at left back. Nothing wrong with Arthur Masuaku. I've said on many times that I love the guy, but he is not a defender. He played well against Palace, but I want Creswell in for this. Balbuena and Diop at centre backs, obviously. Well, we've got no choice really. I'd have Zabaleta again at right back. He played absolutely out of his skin. Rice and Noble in midfield with Snodgrass, or McMessy as people are calling him at the moment, with Anderson and Hernandez, and I would put Perez up if he's fit. If not, we've got no choice but to start Carroll. So it's going to be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to it. Very looking forward to it. It's going to be back. It's going to be good to be back in near to my old stomping grounds, back over in southwest London, Surrey. I'm going to the game as well, so if anyone's watching this and sees me, come and have a chat. It'd be nice to get your opinions before I come back and do the video. The reaction video will probably be going up on the Sunday because I've got plans on the Saturday night But as I say, guys, by all means, put your thoughts in the comment section below about what you think the starting lineup should be, what you think the score should be. There will be a video coming up in the next few weeks as well to discuss being halfway through the season, because in a couple of weeks' time we will literally, well, in 3 weeks' time, so 2 weeks from now we will be halfway through the season. At least 19 games in, we'll be halfway through the season. So I will be doing a mid-season review video which replaces the January transfer video, because I've already done that. If you want to have a look at my thoughts on the January transfer window, click on the card here as well. But in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for your time. If you're new around here and you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get first dibs on all the videos. As I said, guys, by all means, please put your comments in the comment section below. I want to know your thoughts. Any Fulham fans, let me know your thoughts on this clash as well. How do you feel your season's going? I know it's not going to be brilliant, but just want to know how you feel about being back in the Premier League. Are you happy with the new players that have come in, like Schürrle and Mitrovic on a full-time contract, etc., etc. If you like the video and you feel I deserve it, please hit the like button even, and also please share this content with anybody that you feel may enjoy watching it and may want to watch the channel in general. So thank you very much for your time, and I will see you over the weekend.